about peace and intelligence with your peoples, with the right peoples. Now, I gotta I gotta give y'all this message from the higher up, the Almighty. He told me to kick it with y'all. So seen some elders. I had to express this. Hold on, let me get my other stream right. Peace and unity. This is what we about though. We not about none of ignorance, violence, crime. Nobody should be out here living in fear. Now you gotta excuse me. If this ain't, people are gonna try to label you this, that, this sad. When you preaching, when you're a freedom fighter, you fight for freedom. You want peace in the world. They wanna label you this, that, that. This ain't no bipolar. This ain't none of that. I ain't never did drugs in my life. I smoked weed. Never nothing. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Highly intelligent. Now, of course, you are gonna get mad when you're dealing with oppressors. People from trees, you enslave people, you oppress them. You put people in terrible conditions. And when they strip their history, took their last name, then they learn who they are. And then understand that they're going through all these problems because of you. They're going to be highly upset when you come around and start playing games. This is where the confusion comes in at. We all about peace, love, uplifting. We are not cool with humans harming other humans, oppressing other humans, enslaving people, selling children.
Imagine growing your brand, then one day
That's not
someone
okay
else
with me.
claims
You know
your
what I'm
name.
saying? And I would never be okay with that. It's always gonna be a problem when a person think they about to go bully somebody, pick on a weak, pick on us on people that can't defend themselves, pump fear in elders. The shit they do. That's what the colonizer do. He came over here and invented crime, the racism. Nobody never did nothing to him. Nobody didn't enslave him, sell his children, nothing. And the police is a part of that. The police didn't free the slaves. The police ain't stopped them men from selling children, raping children. They was right there, part of it. You're a part of this, nigga. You're not here to protect people. You're a legitimate criminal, and you don't. Some people don't understand this. So it's not bipolar, none of that. It's all peace, love. But if you can't be peaceful with a motherfucker trying to oppress you, that's you just gonna get ran over. Hell no, it ain't peace. That ain't no. So let me tell you the importance of building now. Now, this comes from me being a child to how we got here today. It was always racism, systematic racism. It's still going on today. You know what I'm saying? So we got to build. You can see my videos from this year, from last year. Shit, I probably got one from this year. They definitely done did. So it's been how long we into this new year? 7 days. Has I experienced? Hey, I definitely. Honky ain't getting off your ass in a week. So I definitely got some shit from this year. I want somebody following me or whatever. But we ain't in just want to build, you know what I mean? Go buy money. They gotta cut the check and we go build, you know what I'm saying? That's the solution. But where all this ignorance come from, we don't represent that. I'm a foundational black American right now. It's ignorance everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's ignorant people everywhere. There's millions of us. That's our lineage. It's things I do that people don't agree with. That's a foundational black American. It's things they do that I don't agree with. We don't all agree, we all, but what I represent and what I push is peace. Anything the oppressor and colonizer did to us, we don't do. All the bad and ignorance, we not with robbing, stealing, manipulating people, tricking women, whatever the case may be, harming women, none of that. We all about peace. This is how life is made to live. And I work for God, so this is what I stand on represent. Life is made to live. You're supposed to live your life to the fullest, happy all day, every day. You're not supposed to worry about shit. Kids should be able to walk home at 4 o'clock in the morning, no problem. Old men and women should be able to walk around 4 o'clock in the morning. Five, no, not living in fear, nothing. No, nothing going on. That's how God made life to be. All this other shit come from is man made. You're mad, you this, that's from the colonizing. Nigga, that's not how that ain't who we are. We not with violence and crime now. When you preaching that, here comes a person they hung men from trees. They sold children. We don't like you. Get the fuck away from. We not with that. We about peace. Not no peace with you because you don't represent peace. So I don't want to sound ignorant, but where I'm from, we say shit like slap the shit. I don't want to like that, but that come from that. You know what I'm saying? So let me break something down, y'all. Now, I was a slave mentality Negro back in the day. I was doing the ignorant shit and all that. When you see people out here robbing people, snaking people, manipulating all that shit, that comes from the colonizer. He's programmed to act this way. That's not who we are. So I don't represent that. I don't stand next to that. If somebody doing that, that's on them. And I'm talking about black people, my culture. We about peace, helping people. You know what I'm saying? Elders, whoever, kids. We had a dominant gene. We are the original man. So we born leaders. We made the lead, and we supposed to lead by example and show the way. We don't take no traits of the colonizers, the ignorant part, the bad part. The good shit we can apply to how to use it, how to benefit us and the good shit, but we remove all the ignorant, negative shit he did. We nothing like that, the complete opposite. And that's our best fucking trait is that we ain't nothing like that. We not about violence or ignorance. Let me get this stream going so I gotta repeat myself, man. But yeah, it's deep right here, man. This shit real deep. Because where do all the crime come from? The colonizer. The reason why we robbing people, stealing, and all that shit come from him, son. Now let me break this down. How is that? Because you came and you invented crime. Nobody never did nothing to the colonizers. We never enslaved them. We never hung them from trees, sold their children, nothing. So you don't need police. Nobody's bothering you. You don't need to be protected because nobody. You the one. You are the problem. You know what I'm saying? So you come over here and show people what crime is. When you start hanging men from trees, you teaching them what crime is. When you start selling children, they're like, "What the fuck is you doing?" Do you know that was so easily done to us? We don't practice that. That wasn't what the fuck you sitting around trying to colonize us and do this. We don't believe in that. What is that? So you show people what that is. You invented crime. So all these problems that go on out here is from the colonizer. When somebody get robbed, when women get kidnapped, all that comes from the colonizer. That's what he did when he came over here. When they came over from Spain, Portuguese, wherever they from, these people came and took shit. White, excuse me, violence, crime. We that's not who we are. So once I learn my history, know who I am, I'm not with harming people, manipulating people. I defend myself, and it's racist. You're not about to come play with me in no way, shape, or form. It's gonna be a big problem, nigga. It's not flip the fuck out. But we not starting problems. We not causing. We not bothering people. We can defend ourselves and de-escalate situations. We can end this problem, but we don't start shit. That's not who we are. So nobody should be out here in fear. Uh, all these problems come from the colonizers. Now, when you see black people from my culture um, doing these things, they're programmed. When you see them running around robbing people, manipulating, seeking, this comes from the colonizer who enslaved us. We wasn't doing that before he arrived. We don't. He taught us that. So all these problems come from him. It's a big ass game. So we got to go build, show these people how to live civil, and do what we originally made to do is lead. You the original man. You got the dominant gene. You was here first. Nobody wasn't instructing you, telling you what to do. You got colonized and tricked to be in that position. You was walking the earth first. So the importance of this is to know that you got who you are. I don't represent that. That's ignorance. Get your you don't you are your history. So people are robbing, manipulating, stealing. You are practicing what you learned from the colonizer. You program. And how the is if I go grab a group of people, put them in the arena, what they doing at arenas on me, I don't let them leave. That's equivalent to we being colonized, enslaved. I teach, I make the laws and rules. You can't leave this arena, but this is what you can do. I'm gonna put some people in the suburbs. I'm gonna hang some people. I'm gonna kidnap kids. I'm gonna sell kids. I taught y'all that. Then I back up, let y'all live in the arena. Y'all go around, start. Not only that, I'm gonna promote crime. I'm gonna invent a character named Jason. I'm gonna invent a character named Myers. I'm a Freddy Cougar. I'm a pump crime and violence. I invented crime. Nobody did this. Then I make a system to benefit off of the crime that I invent and I pump it. So when black people ignorant, run around gang banging, promote it, show they want violence. When a man come and talk about peace, unity, even hit white people, brotherhood, they kill Martin Luther King because they don't want peace out here. So you run, they want your kid, even if it's their own race, getting hurt. I made Michael Myers. I invented crime. I pumped this. I put it in movies, Hollywood. I show there is no, all these problems come from them. We are not the problem. Citizens, humans, we not, it's the colonizers who came up. I want to kidnap humans. I want to force them to work. I want to control shit. So I showed people what crime is. Look, nobody was doing crime before these people arrived. You are the problem. You showed people what crime is. You invented crime. Then you put people in the ghetto poverty with nothing. You put people over here in the suburbs with something. It's a big ass game. Nobody was bothering them. We just regular citizens, humans living. These people, the police, the system, coming around controlling, inventing crime, son. So all these problems, hell yeah, I'll be tripping. Don't come around me because y'all the problem. You don't know that. And this is why they took our last names and erased our history. They the problem. Stop coming around me, man. You invented crime. They made a system. They benefit off of it. So they do little shit like a call. Hey, but I need you to come over here and make a scene. We're all gonna pull up and do what we do. Nobody is causing problems. Nobody is violent until these colonizers arrived and showed people what that was. Then put them in certain conditions and made it as like a board game. Y'all in poverty with nothing. We know y'all gonna act out. They got lab rats that they do experiments. It's called the projects. It's a project. We're gonna put y'all in places. We know that if we give y'all enough amount of money, y'all gonna act a certain way. Y'all gonna act out. And we want y'all to do that because we're gonna come and benefit off of y'all. Now y'all gonna be our slaves. We're gonna put y'all in the system. It's made for you to do wrong. Even if they kids get hurt, they don't care. This is why Michael Myers Jason is pumped out here. They over here kidnap kids, hung them from trees. Why you think so many kids, girls, is all this crime and crazy shit going on? That's not who we are. We never hung white men from trees and colonizers from trees and the oppressors and slave masters. We never sold their children. We never, y'all invented crime. They are the problem. All these problems going on out here is from them. Stop coming around acting like you policing something. What is the police for? Who was hanging white people from trees? Who was kidnapping their kids? Nobody. What do you need police for? Nobody bothering you. You are the problem. Then you made a system to benefit off of the wrong you about to keep. I'm not stupid, so no, don't come around me. Some people conditioned, they don't even know they doing wrong. So in the Constitution, they put we 3/5 humans. We not human, equal to everybody. So it's normal to treat us like animals. You're supposed to respect y'all. Respect is normal. This is where all the lawsuits come in. I don't have you have rights that you have to respect. You can't just violate my. But when society teach you these people are three human, they dogs, they nothing. People are up and treat you like that and think it's normal. So some people I be talking to, races, they don't even get it. What you mean? I thought we supposed to treat you like shit. They really don't get it. I be telling them like, yo, you. They sit back and like, cause it's so normalized. Like, yo, we didn't think we had to respect y'all rights. So you gotta take them to court and sue, man. Cause now they violate your human rights, civil rights. You gotta pay me, man. Damn, son. But this shit is deep. When you see somebody out robbing, when you see people kill, all this crime shit going on, that comes the oppressor, the one who enslaved us. He's picking up traits of him, and then you're programmed in a system. They the ones who taught us, the colonizers, same ones who hung them from trees, sold kids. Ones you go build, they built. You got a school on the line. The laws and rules you are taught by colonizers, the kidnappers. They taught you. So when what you think a motherfucker gonna grow up and be? Why do you think there's so much crime out here? If the people who wrote the laws and rules was peaceful, holy people, it would be a lot of holy, peaceful stuff going on out here. I wrote the laws and the rules. We holy. I'm a kidnapper. Somebody from trees, sell children, rape children. I wrote the laws. You think so much crime going on out here? That's who taught you, motherfuckers. So you programmed to act a certain way, and they got systems built when you act this way. Do they want peace out in the world? No. Why Martin Luther King? They're the example. All you need. He was about peace. We don't want peace. We want y'all. Even if our children gonna get hurt, even if white people they get hurt, yes, they go to jail. So they don't give a fuck about nothing. The people who wrote the laws was raping children, hanging men from trees, selling little kids. We don't give a fuck. This shit about money and profit and control. Now we made a system. There's white kids doing life in jail, dying in jail. Here, that's the sad shit. Your own peoples, they don't give a fuck about us, cool, but your peoples. Now the parents gotta sit back and say, "Damn, nigga, you right. Our kids going through this." That's the reason why I'm gonna get some leniency, because they like shit. No, I never give a fuck. This shit been going forever. White kids now, I'll be looking at white kids in jail, scratching my head like, man, this shit don't make no sense at all, man. How is you in here? It don't even make sense, son. What the fuck? These people is like, my man, Y'all invented crime, son. Nobody did nothing to the nobody enslaved them, sold their children. They not worried about, oh, I need protection. Nobody's bothering you. Nobody hung white men from trees, sold their children. You don't need protection. One's doing that shit. Then you got police next to you. To legitimately do it now. Now I'm a legitimate robber, nigga. Criminal. We never did nothing to them. We innocent. They caused the problem, they got the problem. They come and try to police the problem. They invented crime, made a system. It does without crime. If it's peaceful, what the fuck is you here for? It was peaceful before you arrived. Nobody was out here hanging men and shit. These colonizers came and showed motherfuckers what crime was. You the problem. They made a system. We gonna lock y'all up after y'all do what we taught y'all to do. Y'all, it don't make no sense. Don't come around me. I'm not that dumb. Accept that. I have a problem with people who affiliate people who hung men from trees, and that is my lineage. That's my fucking ancestors, nigga. I'm in these conditions, in this struggle, in this poverty because of you. Don't come around me playing with me. We never did nothing to help them. Without black people, nothing would be here. You will be very. Now, let me tell you how much of a hypocrite these people are. They mad at you. You cut them off in traffic. They ever talk to you again. I got white people mad at me. I never did nothing to white people in my life. All I do is speak the truth. That's like the news anchor coming out saying, hey, this is going on, and a white person gets so mad. Motherfucker, the news anchor got the nerve to tell us it's raining today because he's a part of the rain or something. You know, they mad because all I'm doing is speaking truth. These are that's documented all over. Never slapped no white person, beat up none of that shit. Never did nothing to white people. All I ever did was speak truth. And I got people mad at me for talking the truth. Can you imagine if they was enslaved? So hold on, let me scratch my head on this one. You upset because I'm speaking facts, documented history that happened. Nobody never hung your people from trees, stole children. You got to be mad because somebody telling the truth. Can you imagine if they was enslaved? Had to come second to everything? Children were sold, raped, in poverty, gang banging, all this, go hungry, got to come second. White person head would explode. If you get mad at somebody telling the truth, you damn sure can't handle going through that pain and being black. Just imagine how crazy that is, y'all. Just think about this. White people is, I'm mad at you because you speak acts that happened in history to you and your people. Your people. White in the condition. I'm upset at that. Man, ooh, I don't like it. Ooh. Nobody hung your peoples from trees. Nobody oppressed y'all. Did nothing to you. You mad because somebody is speaking the truth? Think about how mentally fucked up that is. Huh? So this is what we dealing with, yo. We don't have no history doing none of that. Never oppressed people. Without us, they wouldn't have the wealth they got now. Without free labor and slaves, they wouldn't have the wealth they had. So we did them off. They benefit a lot for us. And they mad at somebody speaking the truth. That is wild as fuck, son. So imagine if they was enslaved. How they would feel. What was crazy, son. So yeah, man. Our good traders, we don't have a history of that, yo. I'm not even. The only reason why I was a certain way as a youth, because I was programmed to act that way. They took our history from us, and this is the purpose of that. You don't know who you are. You don't know what's going on, so you get caught up in this bullshit, and they promote the ignorance. Once I learned the truth, oh man, and I'm just thankful I got the knowledge. It was an ignorant slave mentality. Not proud of none of this shit I did back in the day. Strength. I built something and you know what I mean, paved the way and shit like that, but I can't be proud of nothing when I'm controlled by racism. We all, if you a slave mentality nigga, you gangbanging, you fighting another black, you arguing, robbing, anything, you are programmed by colonizers. You can't brag about that. You never got free from slavery. No matter what you do, I just beat up 10 slaves. I'm the man. I got this. If you arguing with another black man, you fighting with another black man, women, anything, you are programmed. We never got out of slavery until we get reparations, freedom. We get our cities and our environments, and we can build like every other race got. They even got Chinatowns in America. You know, we get fed by foreigners and shit. They come and give us bread. We got to go to the store and buy from people that can't even speak English. That's how backwards back behind we are. We not free. How was you arguing with somebody? You a slave. That's like a nigga on a boat. Man, I coat. They gave this one slave a fur coat and some food and a little shack. He think he better than I'm about to go talk about these slaves. We still free. The problem is the colonizers who put us in these conditions. It ain't black people. There's a lot of programmed ignorant black people who act a certain way. Some people you might have to put the gloves on, box. You are like because we programmed to act ignorant and go against each other. So the colonizers taught them to do that, so they don't got to do shit. So we go against each other. I'm just not that stupid. I was one of them. I got bullet wounds in me, broken limbs. I was a slave mentality Negro, son. Full blown, wild and all that. You know what I'm saying? I got blind grandparents, so I ain't even have certain people even tell me, yo, this no, nigga. I had to experience and bump my head and just learn, son. So shit, now I really went through it, and I wasn't faking. I really believed this shit. I was caught up in some, and then I found the truth. 20. So every problem comes from them. Every fucking problem. When you see people robbing people, that's because he is programmed to act like the colonizers. That's what they did. They came and robbed motherfuckers. When you see people doing this wild shit, they are taught by the colonizer. They are programmed humans to act just like the people who enslaved us. When they got off that boat, that's what they did. They started robbing, taking, doing all that ignorant shit. When you see people act out that in today, that's because they're programmed, and that's who taught us. You go to school, they got movies, they put it in films, and they taught us to be ignorant. You got to go learn to be peaceful and knowledge. This is why people like Elijah Muhammad is important. And certain Muslims, they can lead you on a righteous path. You know what I'm saying? I tap in with the Lord myself. I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? I represent what I came in the world with. Christian, that's my. I just go off of that, but I tap in with the Lord of myself. I don't need no middleman. The other humans that can't do that and ain't that disciplined and don't got the time, you go to church and go talk to people and that. But if you want to skip that and go straight directly to the Lord without no middleman, you have to be dedicated and can't be out here. You can't be bullshitting. Like you can't do wrong. You got to be all the way righteous. You can defend yourself and all that. You can't start problems. You can't. You got to really answer to the Lord, and He proud. Okay, I did my best to do it this way that day, and He okay it through God's eyes, like how God see things, righteous. You do it's good. It's not bad. And He'll work with you. Then you'll start seeing your blessings. Can talk to Him. You don't gotta. You can't have. You can't do good. And okay, I'm gonna do a little dirt now. I'm just no. You gotta be dedicated. And after you, it's like this ain't no game. Okay, you really okay. And then you'll start the blessings, and you will see what I'm talking. But that's hard. That take discipline, and then it's temptation out here in the materialistic world. It's like to get at who giving that up for something invisible that you like. Come on, get cut out. That take a lot of discipline, and then God know you real is real. You gonna see the blessings, and you can tap in. But for y'all regular humans, you gonna need these things to keep on a straight path. You know what I'm saying? You need the middleman. You got to be dedicated, man. This is why you have nuns and things like that. They and this is deep, man. But I get on that later. All this stuff come from the colonizers, though. Y'all got to know that. My stream going low. Let me try to my shit real quick. Yeah, 5 minutes and I'm out. And this is real. This is what the purpose is, though. Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You don't know this. Hell no, we not with that. That ain't why I'm about to stop saying H too, because you might be cursing yourself. I keep saying. We always say H and R. Watch what you saying. You saying the H word, you saying hell all day. I'm not saying that. They trick us in the you can be cursing yourself. Watch what you say. So I gotta stop using that word. You know what I'm saying? It just sound fancy. They do that though. They curse though. Long it sound cool. Oh, everything backwards, man. You gotta question everything. You know what I'm saying? But we not with violence, ignorance, none of that. And ill run around in fear. They be worried, this and that. No, we protect people. I'm proud of that. That's my good trait. And you get blessings from that. How many you get?
I bought some other ones.
Okay.
About like 5 of them.
Leave it on. Leave one of them joints on the counter. So I'm proud of that. That's what we really here to do. We natural leaders. You got the dominant gene. You're not supposed to be following people. You ain't supposed to be mimicking it. You don't notice your history was erased. So you lead by example and blessing people and helping and uplifting feels great to us. Conditions and places where they did this to us, took our last name, split us up from our people, robbed us from things. So we can't even be who we naturally may be. You can't give and help when they put you in a cage or in poverty with nothing, looking at dirt and walls. It's like, damn, son, they put you in this corner for a reason. You know, your natural state is helping, leading, but they trick you, put you in poverty. So now it's like they want you to be a savage. Go on and act out, do something. It's deep as fuck, son. If you get caught up in that shit, man, that's some sad shit, man. They teach us we ain't shit, poverty, promote violence, go beat each other up, rob each other. They promote that shit. Damn, son, deep, yo. But all that shit come from them. And once you put that on Front Street and world can see it, they covered it up so much that you didn't understand. You just looked, oh, these group of people being ignorant, these people violent. No, that was taught. They promoted. They wanted to go on. This comes from the colonizer. And once that's get promoted, now the blame go on you. They clean up their act. All this shit was going on, and they would try to cover it up with, oh, these people, this. No, this comes from the colonizer, the one who made the rules and laws, the one who built the jails and systems. So now when shit go wrong and shit and you got on the news, where do this come from? Oh, no, we now it's gonna be peace. So as long as they can put it on them and benefit off of it, it look like y'all just some savages and ignorant. No, this comes from that. The blame go on you. Then it's gonna be, oh, we gotta fund this community. We got community center corrected because we the reason all of going on. We the reason girls is getting tricked and used and strung out and that. Yes, it comes from the colonizer. When he got off the boat, he wasn't helping women and people. He was, hey, let me give you a hand. He was enslaving people, selling them, raping women. So that's what was taught, and that's what goes on out here. And they got the nerve to be, come on, man. You invented crime, man. Until you fix the laws and rules, it's always gonna be that, nigga. We not a part of that. We going to build like the Indians and all that. You know what I'm saying? We want some other. We holy violence, crime, and all that uncivilized way of living. That come from them. That's what they did when they got off the boat. That ain't what we was doing. They just put us in poverty with nothing, and then pumped the shit on TV, told the world you ain't shit, and then you go outside and do the same thing. Okay, I'm about to go out rob like it, and that's what you do to colonizer. But he keep your ass in the ghetto so far away from him that you gonna rob those things to you. That's why they say most crime go on, and they ain't just black on black crime. They be like, white on white crime is this, whatever in your environment, in your area, this is what is the why it's like that. So they put out there, fire away, you can't make it to me. And you gonna go and act up to your neighbor. And that's what this gangbanging street shit is, and it'd be our own community, our own. It was taught that. When I benefit off it, go buy a yacht. After y'all get locked up and y'all be our slaves, and it's deep. That's why the suffering food, ghetto, where all the ignorant shit was going on. It was intended and made that way. We go over here, we taught that, did that, and chill over here. Y'all gonna act like savages. We ain't gonna eat shit, and we gonna benefit off of it. It's some sick shit. Yes, that makes you mad as fuck. Now, to these hypocrites, stop coming around me playing with me. You gotta explain to people because you conditioned to think this is normal. You motherfuckers get mad at me because I'm speaking the truth. History, facts, documented facts. It's all over fucking YouTube, Google, all type of shit. Documentaries everywhere. I'm speaking historical facts. And the motherfucker is mad. Can you imagine how that person would feel if he was enslaved, put in poverty, family went through this, got ancestors, raped, hung from trees, left with nothing? Just think of the mind frame of people that be mad at people that be talking to, speaking their history and why they in the condition they is. I'm mad at you because you just talking what really happened, like the news anchor. This what happened, this happened over here. That was just facts. That's all the news anchor do. You mad at, you really upset? I'm talking about upset, trying to, all type of shit. I'm mad, at the news anchor. Can you imagine if that person went through some shit for real? You mad because you heard something that's true. Can you imagine if that person was, how he would deal with being a slave, enslaved, and poverty? If a human being gets mad at hearing true facts, imagine how that human being will react to being enslaved in poverty. being harassed and followed. The nerve of these white people. You are upset because somebody is speaking a actual fact. That's why people. I ain't never did nothing to white people. Nothing in my life. All I do is speak truth. So if somebody is upset at me, it's because I'm speaking reality. Not because they family was hung from trees. They got family members that was sold. They was put in poverty. Their last name. They're not mad at me. None of that happened to them. I'm mad because I heard some shit that was real. Man, it's a big difference, huh? But we handle this shit pretty good. I know people that get mad at you because you cut them off in traffic. They ain't never been. They people ain't been hung from trees. They ain't been family members ain't been sold. I'm mad at you. You cut me off in traffic. Can you imagine if that person was enslaved? Damn, you feel you got to come second to everybody and some shit you built. Remember, humans get mad at the truth. You just mad from hearing the truth. That's deep. I'll get with y'all later. Mental strength.